Hello everyone! Space travel has always been a fascination for us. We have longed to explore the universe and discover new worlds. But up until now, human space travel has been incredibly expensive and not very efficient. That is all changing with Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship. The Starship is designed to be a completely reusable spacecraft that can make space travel more affordable and accessible for everyone. This could be the beginning of a whole new era of space exploration. Stick around till the end, and we'll tell you all you need to know. Don't miss out on our next update. Subscribe and get your hands on the latest stories before the rest. First up, let's talk about SpaceX's Starships. So the Starship is supposed to be a fully reusable transport system that will travel through the vast expanses of space. It will be capable of carrying up to 100 people to Mars. In all likelihood, it will become one of the best fully reusable transport systems that we have. When Elon Musk started SpaceX, his vision was to make it possible for humans to live on other planets. Musk wants humans to settle on other planets such as Mars, to preserve civilization if the Earth were to experience a cataclysm, such as an enormous asteroid impact. Back in 2016, Elon Musk stated, "History is going to bifurcate along two directions. One path is, if we stay on Earth forever, and then there will be some eventual extinction event. The alternative is to become a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species, which I hope you would agree is the right way to go." Musk has often spoken about his dream of building cities on Mars. He believes that settlements would need large numbers of people in order to become self-sustaining. Realizing this dream requires a vehicle that's up to the task, Musk's Starship is a rocket and spacecraft combination that could ferry more than 100 people at a time to the Red Planet. At present, the plan is for SpaceX to launch a Starship prototype paired with a super heavy booster for the first time ever. The vehicle would blast off from the company's Starbase facility in Texas for a brief flight to orbit and then return for a water landing off the coast of Hawaii. If we look at the systems in place, the core idea is to make it fully and rapidly reusable. So being fully reusable means the hardware will not be discarded in the sea or allowed to burn up. Instead, it will return to the ground so that it can take to the skies again. Then we have rapid reusability. Musk wants the Starship to be able to come back from space and then be ready to go again in a short period of time. So it would be refueling and receive some maintenance, and then it would fly again. This reduces the cost of the whole enterprise. Now let's look at the spacecraft. The spacecraft has a nose cone and landing fins. It seems a bit like the shiny spacecraft that we used to see in the 1960s and 70s, but there is nothing retro about them. At the rear, there are 6 highly efficient and modern Raptor engines that were developed by SpaceX. Towards the middle of the vehicle, we have propellant tanks. These tanks contain the liquid methane and liquid oxygen that will be used by the Raptor engines. Since the spacecraft will have to make the trip all the way to Mars, this mixture of methane and oxygen is ideal. Both methane and oxygen can be synthesized on Mars using the resources of the planet, so the ship could be refueled on Mars itself for the return leg of its journey. Next, let's turn to the rocket. The Super Heavy rocket will be powered by around 32 Raptor engines, so it can lift about 150 tons. The Super Heavy is powerful compared to the massive Saturn V launchers used for the Apollo missions in the 1960s and 70s. The Super Heavy will take the spacecraft to its intended orbit above Earth. After it's done with that, it detaches and falls back to Earth. On its way down, the Super Heavy will deploy its fins. These fins look a bit like potato waffles. These fins will help steer the rocket back towards its launch pad so it can be flown again. With SpaceX and Elon Musk, everything is a bit extreme, so SpaceX has an ambitious plan to then catch the falling booster using its launch tower. A pair of steel arms will extend out from the launch tower. The grid fins will then take the load as the spent booster falls onto these arms. The tower has been dubbed Mechazilla because of its resemblance to a creature from the Godzilla movies. Now, let's look at what plans Elon Musk has in store for the Starship. It seems like it would take up to 9 months for a trip to Mars, so Musk plans to install around 40 cabins in the payload area. In addition, there would be common areas, storage space, a galley, and a shelter where people could gather to shield themselves from solar storms. And that's a wrap! With the development of SpaceX Starship, space travel is becoming more affordable and accessible for everyone. This could be the beginning of a whole new era of space exploration. The possibilities are endless, and we can't wait to see what comes next. What do you think about SpaceX's Starship? Let us know in the comments.